Hello, good afternoon everyone. How are you today? Where are you? What are you doing? We have, who have we got? We've got Wendy and Stylefire, Cherry and Anna, Martine, Mandy, Linda, Sue, Sharon, oh, lots of you, and Sue and Cynth and Gillian, Eileen and Jane, and Christine. What's it like in Canada at the moment, Jane? It's cold and we've just had hailstones. I know, we sat outside last week because it was lovely and sunny. It's freezing. Anyway, Jackie, Jean, hello. And Samantha is raining clear thoughts. Yeah, we had a right old gush. Absolutely teamed it down. Samantha, Jean, hello, Claire, Lynn, and Delia, Janet, Olivan, Jeanette, and Sheila. It's cold, she says. Cold, it's freezing. Good afternoon, Anne and Linda, and Maristella Ferrari from Brazil. What a glamorous name that is. Liana, Judy, Donna, hello. Brenda says, just sewing my fluted skirt with the fabric I got at the workshop. It's really lovely. Oh, post pictures when you've made it, won't you? Oh, we'll have a look in a bit on the Half Yard Club website and who's made the skirt. Coming your way on Friday. Warm it up, please. I'll try, Anne. I'll think warm thoughts. I'm not sure how far it'll get us. Right, we've got a few new fabrics and we've got a bit of hardware on the website that I wanted to show you as well. Let's just have a look before we start, because I'll forget if we don't, because that's what it's like in my head. Let's have a look and see who's made the skirt on Half Yard Club. I know loads of you have made the rabbit. I've seen so many pictures of the rabbit. No, I don't want that one. I want Half Yard Club. Half Yard Sound Club though. Just excuse me while I sign into my own club. Right, I'm in. I'm already signed in. That's useful. Okay, here we are then. Let's see who's done what. So there's my rabbit. And where's the skirt? Where's the skirt? Where's the skirt? See more projects. Oh, now then, there was a bag that came back I was rather pleased about. Which is one of my favourite ones, which is behind me on the set. Where's the skirt gone? Oh, there we go. Let's see who's made it. Oh, there we are. I thought I'd missed you. Oh, that's nice. Look, a bit of William Morris from Karina. Very posh, lovely shoes. And that's Anne's. Oh, these are so nice. This is Regina. And Regina's got, oh, she got a bit carried away. That's Jackie. And that's lovely fabric. And this is Sam's skirt. Aren't they gorgeous? And that's Kaz. And that's Kaz. Kaz loved the skirt. That one's Dee. That's the same fabric. We've got that in stock. That's the same fabric that I used. Yeah, so those are all the skirts. And shall we see if we've got any more rabbits? I love looking at your pictures. Sewing projects. Where's my bunny? Bunny. Let's have a look at him. I'm not sure if any of these, oh yeah, I'm sure some of these are new. So Jules, oh there's loads of them. And Ches, and Lana, that's a gorgeous colour. And Mary, this is Caro, and Kim's. Oh look, Sonia's put flowers on him. He's lovely. Handmade by Grandma, it says. Couple of rainbows by Hev. That's Kaz. Oh, Margaret's. Aren't they lovely? That's Tote. Christina. Another one by Christina. And more by Christina. And Caroline's. Lorraine's. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to have a bunny party and get them all together? There's Tracy and Jackie, and he's lovely. Claire's, Chris. I assume you like this one. That's Zoe's. He's got googly eyes. That's Joanne's, Margaret's, and oh, he's already in bed. Look, that's Sam. There's Sam. That's Anne. And Rita. I think we might have seen some of these last time. Aren't they gorgeous? I loved looking at those pictures. So anyway. That's what we've been doing on Half Yard Club. Those are fabulous. Hello, Amanda. And Anne both together. She has lovely bunnies. Hi, Kim. Can't wait till next weekend. What's happening next weekend, Kim? I might be busy. Deirdre love making the tulips. Lovely. Elsie's here. She says, such lovely bunnies on the screen today. Congratulations to all. They're fabulous, aren't they? They all look really good. We really should have a bunny party, I reckon. Now then, is that rabbit? Oh no, we're talking chickens with this one. Let's have a look at gorgeous new fabrics. We have Art Gallery fabrics, brand new on the website today. So if you have a look under new arrivals, you will find them there. And these are, well, they've got chickens on. Of course, they're my favourites. Look at those. Beautiful, beautiful colours. Really soft. And Art Gallery fabrics, such amazing quality as well. So I think there's 5 in the collection. Let's have a look. So again, if you go to the homepage and click on new arrivals, I think these are the latest things to go on. Let me have a look. We'll see how much they are as well while we're there. So we go onto there, onto my website, and go onto new arrivals. You can't see that, can you? And now we've got fat quarters, so there'll be 1 of each for £18.99. They're called Potager. So they're £7.75 for half a metre. You're looking at premium quality fabrics. I think these would make such a pretty quilt, don't you think? Maybe with, I know Kim's put some recommendations, I think, on the website. The pale blue goes really nicely with the chickens and that one and this one, or maybe Seafoam, I think was one of them, or a sage would look really nice as well. But those all together, even with a white background, I think would make a lovely quilt. So we have Peaceful Meadow Dawn. This one is Flowers from Mum Porcelain and Delicate Balance Golden. The chooks are Hens and Chicks. And then finally this one is the Spring Bounty Fresh. So that's all the fabrics I've got to show you today. So that was short and sweet, wasn't it? However, we do have the denim fabrics. You know, the ones that we showed you last week, sold out straight away, I think within an hour or so. We have got more back in stock again. So that's the denim with the stars and the leopard print. We did have quite a long waiting list for those. So I just thought I'd give you the heads up while you're watching that they are back in stock again now. Right, that's those. Then we've got some new stuff. New stuff. That's not right. I just joined after a beautiful sunny but cold walk with the dog. Oh, it's chucked it down. It's nice and sunny now, but it chucked it down earlier. Lynn says, glorious sunshiny weekend but cold. Having trouble with the lid. Lid on your what? On the hexagon box. A lid on the hexagon. What's the hexagon box? Is that the Half Yard Club one? Did it do a hexagon? I can't remember. What's the hexagon box? Oh, that hexagon box. What are you having trouble with? Let us know. Let us know. We'll see if we can sort you out. Anybody else made the hexagon box? Oh, thank you very much, Papa. Loves me blouse. Right. We're not having these fabrics. This is big fat tease of what's coming up on Sewing Street next week on the 20th. What I wanted to show you was butterfly bow clasp and the tube frame. So this is the Chelsea bag. You might have seen it in a different fabric. It was a black and white fabric that I made for the last Sewing Street Facebook Live after my last show, and we sold out of all of the frames straight away. But we've got some in stock now. So this fabric, if you wanted to go for the fabric, this is going to be on Sewing Street on the 20th. Don't know what time. And they'll have the frames as well, and they'll have all of the hardware. I'm terribly posh then. They'll have all of the hardware and some other bits and bobs on the show as well. But we do have the hardware now, so not the fabric, but we do have the hardware. So there's a pattern. In fact, there's 2 pages of patterns and instructions and the frame itself. Then you choose your fabric, and you choose, I like Bosal foam for that because it gives it a really nice shape, but you choose your interfacing, you choose your outer fabric, you choose the lining, and you choose the fastenings. Now the the clasp that I put on here isn't in the instructions. The instructions will give you a magnetic snap and instructions on how to fit the magnetic snap. But I just thought I'd ring the changes a little bit and pop something posh on there. I've bought a green machine and I've put some rivets on there as well. But again, those aren't on the instructions. This is just me having to play with the hardware and see what could be done. Not sure about the templates, Leanna. I'm still waiting to get some back from Sewing Street. I think we've got a few pentagons coming in later on this week. I think I'm going to have some more hearts made, so those might be a little bit longer. Tis a bit posh, isn't it, Claire? Bit of a posh bag. Hello, Pamela. I did buy a green machine, Gilly. I love it. Everything's having rivets in it. I haven't used anything else but rivets, but everything is getting rivets in it. The fabric will only be on Sewing Street, dearly. We're not getting that in. The frame is on the website now. So you choose your own fabric. We have the bows. We don't have the green machine yet, or rivets, but it's the frame and the pattern that we're selling on the website. Oh, Blodwin's got a denim. Lovely, lovely. So that's that. So it's £17.99, I think, under new arrivals. But again, you choose your fabric, you choose your hardware, you choose your lining and your interfacing for that one. Then, excuse the rustling of plastic as I get these out. But they're all very nicely packaged a minute ago. It's a rivet press, Jill. It's quite an industrial big thing with a handle on it that puts rivets into bags. The best way to fasten the lid on the box. I used a hair bungee, I think, and a button, from what I can remember. Right, let me show you these. These are really sweet. Now, we don't have massive amounts of stock, so if you wanted to multi-order these, I'd be pretty jolly quick myself. Oh, that could have gone on there, couldn't it? Oh, I'll do that in a minute. So these are handmade labels. They're metal, and the little ones here with like a handwritten, handmade, have got prongs on the back. So treat them like you would do a magnetic snap or anything like that. So you might have to squish them together to get them straight, and then put a tiny little cut into your fabric. Personally, I'd put some HT2 glue on the back of it, and then stick them through and open out the prongs. So that's gold and silver. I think we bought in a few more of the rainbow because we knew you're going to love that one. So there's your rainbow. And whoops, that one is rose gold and gunmetal. So we've got 5 of those to choose from, and I'm thinking, where would it go on there? There would be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, look at that, I didn't top stitch that side, but I think just somewhere like that, or yeah, somewhere just to one side, just as an extra little bit of something. So that's that one. And then it's starting to rain again, so excuse the noise if you can hear it. These are lovely as well. So that's the oval one with handmade on it. These have got 2 prongs on the back, and they come with a washer. So again, you at the moment, no, Sylvia, you've only got the frame with the pattern, I'm afraid. But to be honest, it kind of works out the pattern doesn't cost very much. So you put 2 little snips in your fabric, push those in, put the washer on the back, and squish the prongs out. And so that's the oval one, and this is the gold on gunmetal, and again that one's got 2 prongs, and it's got the washer on the back as well. So that's those. Martine, it's a rivet press. It's a big machine. You put your rivet underneath it, and it squishes it. It's got a big handle on it. And Oh, how much are what, Angela? These? £2.50, £3.50, I think. Have a look under new arrivals on the website and they will be there. Jeannie's are rivets, but they screw in. Yeah, these are squished in. Hi, Debbie Newby here. Oh, hello, T. I'm so happy, joined Half Yard Club. Oh, congratulations, welcome along. Very unique, love all the projects, easy to navigate, and a free welcome month. Thank you so much. Oh, I hope you take advantage of it, and hope you carry on after your free month as well. Rainbow handmade writer. Oh, they went quickly. Oh, we had more of those as well. We'll try and get more back in again, but there might be a couple of weeks. A sneak peek of my new fabric range. Not at the moment, Delia. I have got some down in the house, but I'm not asking Garrett to come down, so chucking it down with rain. Oh, they all say handmade, Jean. All of them handmade. It is on my... I changed the banner on my Facebook page, so if you look up, the flowers behind it are my watercolour flowers. So that's not exactly what the fabric looks like. It's got different colour backgrounds and everything, but that's my paintings before it went to be fabricized. Do you have to have it? No, Susan, no. A green machine just puts rivets on. No, you don't have to put rivets on it. You can just sew them on. I just happen to be sticking rivets on everything at the moment. So no, you don't need a green machine at all. And in fact, you don't need a green machine to put rivets on. You can buy handheld ones. They're not quite as powerful as this thing, but if you want to put rivets on and you don't want a green machine, you can buy the little handheld things. Won't sell it out, Irene. Let me know what the actual products are. I did get in touch with our distributors after your email, and she said that everything, all of the outstanding orders, there's a whole batch that went missing, basically. There was quite a few orders that they went out from us, they never arrived. But we only found out about it yesterday, and they've sorted it, and everything else has gone out today. So I have messaged back. It was only just before I came down here, so I haven't spoken to them again yet. I messaged back saying, do you have an Irene Polterak in all of those that are going out? But let me know what it is that you've actually ordered, because we're not going to be selling them out. I always keep some back spare, don't worry about that. Oh, Lynn's bought a pattern and frame. What fabric can you use, Lynn? You can buy screw on it. You can, Clay, yes. Chris, a few of these have dropped into Chris's basket. Oh, I'd check out your basket, Chrissy, because they seem to be selling out really quickly. We'll get more. We will. Kim, if you're watching, need to order more of those. Hello, Layer Cake in Canada made a letterbox bag the other day, and I love it. Good. Can we get woven handmade labels? I don't know, Jilly. Kim, can we get woven handmade labels? I'm sure she can have a look. Oh, thank you, Irene. Yeah, I've been down here for a while, so I didn't pick up the messages. Now then, we've got these in, and these are rather lovely. Love a bit of metalwork. Thing is, sometimes it can be a bit cheap. We don't do cheap. So rest assured, we've got some really lovely quality metalwork. I'll bash it to prove it. So these are the bow. I will show you how to put one of these on in a minute. I'm going to make a bag. So that goes onto the flap of your bag, that goes onto your bag, and it fastens with a twist like that. They're really, really easy to put on. So we've got gold. Oh, that's a different one. We've got another gold. No, is that gold? No, that's silver. There's gold in here because it's reflecting. There you go, silver. So it's reflecting the table around me, so it looks gold. But that's the silver, and that's the gold. And we have a gun metal as well. No. So, oh, Anne, we might, well, I'm in talks. We might be getting some on the website, the green machine. Might be a little while, but hopefully be getting some. So that's the gunmetal. So 3 colours for you in those. Let me pop those back in the right packages so nobody's going to get a tongue that's a different colour to the bow. Just crazy work and tassels over. Oh, thank you, Samantha. I'm glad you like it. What are you going to make with your denim? Oh, I brought an extra bow down. Then we've got the birds. I haven't got a gold bird. I bought a gold bow down by mistake, but we do have one. No, June, the tube frame is already packaged up with the instructions, I'm afraid. We can look into it for the next batch if you like. There's silver. It has got a protective film on it, so that's the silver. And again, let's take that off. Like before, that goes on your bag flat. Tongue goes in the hole, and then twist it around to lock it. I might use that one on my bag that I'm going to make now, actually. And this one is the gunmetal. Again, it's got a protective sheet on it. I shan't take it off, that one. And there is a gold option available there as well. They are only £5.50 each. So, but they don't come with instructions. However, I might have written a little booklet type thing that will be on Sewing Street next week explaining how to fit hardware to bags. There's a moustache from years ago. Never learned how to put them in. Oh no, we don't have instructions on their own for that, I'm afraid. I can look into it. Deck of a light on the shot. I thought we'd got it, Leanna. We do have it. If it's not in stock, I'll have a look. Let me just have a look now while we're here. I'll look on my phone. Because it's definitely at the office, because I've used some myself. Right, so if we go down to menu, search, Decoville, which normally wants you to spell check it. Decoville Heavy. Okay, I'll have a look at that when we've finished here, if that's all right. Just got to top stitch my folder. Hope my machine copes with thickness. Lovely thing to make. Lovely. Could I make a brush roll pattern with a sewing tool kit zip purse in the middle? Could I make the brush roll pattern with the sewing tool kit zip purse in the middle? Don't know what you mean, Janet. Can I make the brush roll pattern? Yeah, is that the one with the panel with the sewing tool kit zip purse in the middle? Is that the folder you mean? That'd be a nice idea. That'd be a nice idea. I don't know what the sewing tool kit zip purse is. Come back and let me know. I'm being a bit thick there. Sorry about that. Oh, fees off. Off for a few days before coming to Coombe Abbey. Not too long to go now. Hello, Rita. So Fee's coming to the retreat. Rita's coming to the retreat all the way from New York as well. Yeah. Right, let's make something quick, shall we? So I don't know what we're doing. You know, but you get used to that now, don't you? So I have some of this lovely new Lewis and Irene fabric, and I'm going. Oh, I'll put that away. I was going to use this. What am I using? The silver bow. Did I say silver bow? So, oh no, it's got to be a bird. Look, it's got birds on the fabric. So let me take that out of my bag again. They both fit in the same way. Okay, we'll just make a little purse. Oh, hedgehogs. Oh, no, I don't know what to use. I'm going to use those two. Right. And fusible craft fleece. So I'll do that, and we'll have a flap out of that with the bird on the front is what we're going to do. So let's make the bag first. So I'm just going to do, I'm going to use it that way because it's a little bit more economical. Oh, I'm just getting my cutting mat. And I'll just plug the iron in. So don't take much notice of the bag. I've no idea what it's going to look like at the moment. I've got to make the bag before I can show you how to put the clasp on. All right, let me get my ruler. Oh, the brush roll for cosmetics, and put the little zip purses in the sewing tool rollers in the middle for my niece's teenage twin brushes. Oh. I don't know, Janice. I'd have to study it. Love the don't know what to make, and it turns out amazing. I hope so. One of these days, here's that Delia. It'll just turn out rubbish, and you'll be looking at me saying, "What did you do that for? Why did you sew that? It's horrible." One of these days, it was just rubbish. Why did she do that? Did you see what she did? It was just rubbish. It's awful. I don't know why she did that. She thinks she can sew. The best wadding for a baby quilt. I would use an 8-20 myself. Some people like to use a polyester because it goes in the wash more, but I like the breathability of an 8-20 wadding, personally. What does everybody else think? Oh, Lynn's got a handmade labels for the bag as well. Oh, I'm glad you like those. Definitely have to get more of those on order. Right, let's have a look. So I'm just going to do a little clutch bag. I'm not putting handles on it or anything. So I reckon it should be about that wide and about that deep. That'll do. So that's the outside of it. So that measures 11 inches by 8. And then I'll need a flap. I've got a big piece of fabric to make a little flap with. Sorry, Kim. And again, I won't just use it from this end because let's chop the selvage off. There we go. I may as well chop it all off. And my flap, whoops, I'm chucking everything everywhere. Because that measures 11 inches, I want the flap to be maybe 10 inches, so it gives a little bit of room at the side. So square that off on my mat. I've even remembered my scissors today. Best scissors in the world. And what did I say, 10 inches, which is there. And I reckon that could be 6 inches. So that's 10 by 6. And I'm cutting 2 pieces of that. And actually, while I'm there, I'm going to be extravagant and make lining out of this one as well. Because I've got enough fabric, may as well. So I'll use the outer fabrics as a template and cut 2 more pieces from what would be my lining. Catherine's making a quilted sewing holder for our tools at sewing class with 3 zip pads. Oh wow, how long is that going to take you? That's a lot of work. Goes there. Said having a fabric to do another one in reverse, wouldn't I? If I did it this way, so the flap would be the dark blue and the lining, and the rest of it, oh, need a new blade in there, and the rest of the bag in the plain. That'd look nice. Okay. Hello, Geraldine. I'm just showing you how to fit one of these fancy clasps. So it's just a little of a make it up as you go kind of clutch bag, just so I've got something to show you how to make. Right, then I can put that out of the way and fuse some fleece onto the wrong side. Oh, these are the Lewis and Irene's, Catherine. They are beautiful. They only came in the other day. Got a little bit there, may as well use that up first. So my fleece goes onto the wrong side of the outer fabrics. Like so. I've answered Geraldine. Sorry if I've missed anybody. Oh, who's not going to be okay? Sorry, missed that one. Missed that one. Get around those. So I'll fuse fleece to the wrong side of each of the two outer pieces and to one side of the flap. You will need a good thickness of interfacing to hold the clasp in place. That'll make sense when I actually do it and show you. This would be nice quilted as well. I'm not going to quilt it now. Right, that's that. And then got a big piece there. It's a very big piece. So the other outer piece here. So that can go there. And then one side of the flap. The bag over my right shoulder. Oh, thank you for noticing, Cynthia. That is the halfway project, so the next project, which comes out on the 15th of the month for the Half Yard Club, and it's smocking. And I know I've brought you many smocking patterns in the past, and they're really time consuming, which is one of the nice things about it, really, because it takes a long time to do and it's very therapeutic and relaxing. That I'm waving my scissors at is the quickest smocking project I've ever come across. I've called it Ripple because these things don't tend to have names, and it's really quick to smock. So it's a nice big slouchy kind of bag. There's no pockets or anything on the inside. It does have a drawstring around the top, and I'm going to scoot back. I shan't pick it up, but it's got the handle goes all the way around the bag, and then it fastens with a drawstring at the top. You can see there. Yeah. So that's that, something a little bit different again. Hello, Sarah Jane. Oh, Pam's had physio. I hope you're feeling wonderful now. Might make you feel worse actually sometimes, doesn't it? Hello, Sue. Oh, nice to see you Sunday as well. Thank you for coming over. Right, that's that. So I'm just popping fusible fleece on the wrong side. Can I use a double layer of Insole Bright in a tea cosy? Absolutely. Now with Insole Bright, is that the one with the silver reflective or the one that doesn't have it? I don't think it has. I can't remember which one that is. I personally would have the shiny side facing the teapot to keep the heat in. But to be honest, I don't think it really matters which way around you put it, because if you've got your shiny bit here and padding here, and the heat's reflected from the shiny bit, if the heat comes through the padding, it's still going to be reflected that way, isn't it? So I don't think it really matters. But you can, use as many layers as you like. I think sometimes on the instructions they could recommend 2 layers for things like oven gloves, if they come with instructions. The smocking bag Teresa will be on the 15th on the Half Yard Club. That's a member project on the Half Yard Sewing Club. Right, that's that. Okay, nearly ready to get this done. I'm going to, haven't brought my corner curver with me, so I'm going to do it by eye. So that's my flap. I'll do this one first. I'm just going to round the corners. So if you've got your corner curver tool or your circle template, that would probably be easier than winging it. I just want to make that round. Yeah, that's a good round. And then I'll use that as a template to cut the lining to the same shape-ish. Doesn't matter because I'm going to sew around the outside bit. Okay, so Bag, bag, lining, lining, flap, flap. Bag, bag, lining, lining, flap, flap. Bit of a wrap going on there. Let's bring this one in. And I'm just going to sew right around the edge, leaving the top open. And I'm just using the edge of my foot as a guide. There we go. And let's trim the edge off here. Hello Pat, how are you? Oh, Gail's late again. Oh, we were talking about you, Gail. We were saying, where's Gail? She's late. There we go. Then we'll iron that. A screwdriver with a magnetic end. Now I've got my little screwdriver. It doesn't have a magnetic end, but those are very useful when you're doing stuff like this. Okay, so that's that. Give that a press and then we'll top stitch it. So I'm going to lengthen the stitch a little bit. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. What have I done? There, I'm supposed to do that. All right, so I'll go up to a 2.8 for a top stitch. Blue thread would have been nice, wouldn't it? Nice bit of a contrast. Okay, I'm just gonna sew across here actually. A little bit of a tip for you: if you've got some 505 spray, you could open this out and just put some spray inside and hold it together. I'm just gonna top stitch that in place. No video for that one, Deirdre. It's his secondary project, I'm afraid. Right, pen. So take your clasp. We'll put this on now. And unscrew the back. Now with these, I don't know why, but one screw comes separately. So you'll have one screw in the bag and two screws in the bird. I don't know why they did that, but they did. So that's that. So let's, oh, other way. Let's take this out. Please don't lose them because we don't have spares. So if you do have a magnet handy, that would be useful. Then we're going to measure and mark the centre and where we want this to sit. So my flap now measures 9 inches, so my centre is around about here. And I'm going to take the back, have it facing the same way as the front, and position that where you want it to be, not too close to the bottom. And so I've just switched myself off over here, so I can't see what I'm doing. And I've got all of you rabbits looking at me on the Half Yard Club still. Okay, oh hi Chris. So not too close to the bottom because we don't want to overlap the seam. So have it sitting so that it's aesthetically pleasing. And I'm going to draw around that and put a dot where each of the screws on. Now this is a really easy one to fit. So ideally, you'd cut or you get an awl or something and poke a little hole in there and cut out the middle. Because this is such a big plate and it works the same way with the bow, I'm going to cut around all of these because it just makes it so much easier. So with your snips, incredibly sharp scissors you're going to need. I'm going to cut all the way through, just so I can show you what I'm doing. And make this a small hole to start with because you can make a small hole bigger. But if you go and cut a big hole, you're going to have to make another flap. or put a big patch over it. So round that, and then round the other hole. But again, keep it quite tight. I'm going to have to trim some of that back, I know. And then you'll take the top bit and fit it over the top. So I've got a little bit more here that needs trimming back. Can you see that? And when I turn it over, I can't quite see both of the screw holes. That looks really messy, but that's all going to be covered up. So I know that I need to trim a little bit more of that away and take this a little bit further around that screw hole. Then let's pop this back on again. Turn it over to the back. I need a little bit more cutting from the bottom there. So, and there. And just a tiny little bit from the bottom. So take your time with this, because this is going to be like the best part of your bag. So sit that over the top so you don't see any fabric coming through the hole, but it's nice and snug around the back, and I can see all 3 screw holes to put those in. Now this is what I do, okay? Glue. Oh, I hate it when it does that. So, oh no, it's coming. Here we go. Right. And I'm going to put some glue, only a little bit, around the post. So around the edge of the hole there. And just a little bit on here. And that's going to help to tidy up the holes around there, stop it from fraying. But it also means that this isn't going to wobble when it's on. Because even when it's screwed on, sometimes it can wobble a little bit. So get yourself some glue. It's worth investing in it. And I'd only use Gutermann HT2. There's probably other fantastic glues, but I don't know what they are. I always use HT2. Right, then we'll pop this through the hole. Make sure it's straight, and then I'm going to push the edges of the fabric that are touching the hole up against the hole. I can actually, I'm going to trim that back just a little tiny bit. It's just overlapping a little tiny bit there. But if I press this down over the glue, then that's going to stop any of the fabric from fraying around there, and my clasp is nice and secure. And then you'll take the back. It doesn't matter which way around this goes. If you have it silver side up, or you could have it shiny side up, it depends which way you put your clasp on there. This one's coming up silver side up, but that's perfectly fine. And then take your screw and pop that into the back. Like so. You could, if you wanted to as well, put some more glue onto the back. This is where the magnetised screwdrivers would come in very handy. So, whoops. But I'm trying to show you exactly what it's like. This can be a little bit fiddly, but fiddle, it's worth it. So there's one, just realign those. Pop that in there. In you go. I tell you what would be very handy, magnetic fingers. Oh, that you could switch on and off, of course. So that goes in there. It might be better off seeing that actually. There you go. So I've got the 2 screws in there. And don't you roll off. And that one goes there. In you go. Oh, it's not quite in the hole. I'm going to do it. Might take me a while, but I'm going to just chat amongst yourselves. I think you get the idea. Screw goes into hole. Doesn't always happen first time. In we go. Here we go. Right. And then if you've got shaky hands, might be better to get somebody else to do this for you. Can you imagine? You know, screws all over the place. That's not straight, is that? Oh, there we go. Oh, have I got some grip there? No, I'm at an angle. Oh, there we go. Right, so 3 screws in the back, and there's my bird on the front. And I think it looks stunning. I think it really makes it. Gloves with ring magnet. Yes, Fran. Hypo cement. I've not used that before. Right, so that's that. Now I'm going to put the flap onto the back of the bag. If you're following instructions, you'll have measurements for all of this, but if you're making it up, then you probably won't. So this is what you do. So I'm going to put the flap same distance from each side and just sew that close to the edge, just to hold it in place. And then pop that on there. So that's the front, and I'm going to bring the flap over. And I've got this nice and snug over the top. I wouldn't normally have it tight, but there is going to be a seam allowance here, so that's going to be 1/4 of an inch shorter. So I think snug over the top of there, and then draw that. Recheck that that is in the centre, so that should be 5.5 inches, which is exactly where I've got my hole there. And then take the back of your clasp. So that's the bit with the 2 prongs. Place those at the side of the hole and draw a little line where those go. Do it, excuse me. Then I'm just going to fold that over and make a tiny snip. Keep it tiny, because you can always make a tiny snip bigger. This then goes in there. Glue on the back of that, just in case. Keeps it nice and tight. You only need a little dot. So push that in there, and then take your washer. You can glue that if you like. Even more secure, more glue just around the gaps there. And then the washer goes on the back. Sometimes these aren't perfectly even because they'll tend to use the same washer for lots of different clasps. So this doesn't sit evenly on the edge. I've got one on the end and one on the middle bit. That's absolutely fine. Don't worry, no one's going to see the back. And I find it easier to squish them open, squish them closed if you like, just squish them somehow. And then there's the front. So when the bag's made up, that folds over, that twists, and then that's locked, which is why it's called a twist lock. Oh, Laura says you become an engineer with this hardware. I spent all evening putting little posts in the tubular bag frame. It was not going to beat me. I find with that, Laura, some of them go in really easily. I haven't got pliers with me now, so I'm not going to do it. And some of them don't line up. So you've basically got one post, if you haven't seen these before, that joins the 2 pieces together. I'll pop it out. I'll pop it out and let's have a look. I won't be able to get it back in again because I haven't got pliers, but you get the idea. So let's push that out there. Out you come. Out you come. Alright, so that is very snug. So when you go to put it back in again, the holes don't necessarily line up. So basically those are the 2 pieces, and you've got to go through one, that sits in the centre, and then join all 3 together. So you get it in the first one, you'll line up the second one, and it won't fit because of the spring. So what I do, I'm not going to do this with my scissors, I'm just going to do this to show you what I would do. So let's, as if this was a pair of pliers, I'd pop the first one in, hold it, and then squish all of this with my pliers and make it line up. Does that make sense? So all of that squished together to make it line up. I wasn't planning to do this, I didn't bring pliers down. Don't use your scissors for it, you'll ruin them. But if you squash that down, it brings the spring back down again and lines up all the holes, and that's the way that I find to make it really easy when I'm fitting that back in again. I'll pop that in that bag now because I'm going to lose that. So that's the way that I do it anyway. Let's just make up the rest of this bag really quickly. So let's do lining onto the front and back. So just right sides together like that. Laura uses an awl now from the opposite side, line everything up. Oh, that's, I've never thought about that. That's a good idea. So there you go. And the lining of right sides together, so I've got the flap in the middle and the lining goes over the top. So ever such an easy bag. So I'm only doing this to show you how to put the clasp on, just to show you how easy they are. So this is a really quick one. No, Alison has been chucking it down with rain, so I don't think I'm going to get a coffee today. I wouldn't expect him to come down. I've got my apple juice down here, so I should be fine. I don't want him to get wet. So these go right sides together. Line up the seams and we'll sew all the way around, leaving a sewing gap in the lining of around about 3 inches in one side. Tell I often say that, can't you? Show you what I'm doing. And again, line up the other seam. I like to make sure my seams are nicely lined up. Not the most important thing, but you know, it's nice when they do. And across the bottom. I'll try the awl trick to get that one back in again. Actually, that's a really good idea. Never thought about that. Amazing what you learn on these live streams, isn't it? I'm going to leave the turning gap in the bottom because it's a bit wider on this one. So across the bottom. Oh! What have I done there? It's getting a bit slippy. Oh, turning gap. After saying I'm going to leave a turning gap in the bottom literally seconds ago, I didn't leave a turning gap. So that's a rather small one. And then back down this side. I'm not going to box the corners. I'm going to keep this one flat, I think, because I think that would suit it. Cara says, can you make a toy for our emergency services? They're always in need of these for children who are going through a trauma. Toys perfectly mindless, I'm just under 3. We have got loads of toys on Half Yard Club. I was going to line them all up and show you at some point. There's loads of them on there. The dragon's coming back in April. No dear, I'm not going to box the bottom, I'm going to keep it flat. Keep it flat on this one. So let's push the bottom out while I'm here. Love the lamp. I know, Leslie, it's lovely, isn't it? I've got a pair of them. Gary bought them for me. We have them at our office. We do. Thank you, Janet. It's very sweet of you. Right, let's stick that in there. We will be having some more frames in, by the way. I think they're going to be really busy. So we've got lots, we've got a few hundred, but if we do sell out, then we will be getting more in. Right, so that's where we are now. So I'm just going to push the lining inside the bag and press it. I don't know where he got them from, Janet. I shall have to ask him. He might have had them made, actually. I don't know. Put those in there. From next home, is it? Oh, I didn't know that. I don't like to ask where a present came from. But I'll ask him. He doesn't shop at Next, so I don't think he would have bought it from there, but I'll do it. I'm going to top stitch around there now. So I'll tell you what would have been nice in here would be a little chain strap. We've got some 1/2-inch D-rings on the website. They're bronze coloured. So just a little D-ring at the side with a chain that clasps onto it, I think would look lovely. I'm just feeding that through, lining up the edge of the seam with the top of the bag. You can't see a thing, can you? Looking forward to receiving flat quarters. Oh good, you bought the new ones, Deirdre. Right, almost there. Almost done. There, so let's move that out of the way. I don't think it needs pressing again. And then again, that closes over. And then you've got a nice little clutch bag or a purse. Or you could even use that as a folder, couldn't you? It's quite a good size, that one. So if you just joined us, have a look back through the video for the measurements that I did right at the beginning. It's ever so simple. I did make it up as I went along, but a little bag like that really makes the clasp stand out, doesn't it? There. So I'm glad you like those. I'm not hearing that they've sold out, so obviously we've got enough, which is really good. And so it's a lovely bag and clasp. Thank you very much. And the material is gorgeous, isn't it? And it really suits the clasp as well. You'll be able to some rings with your green machine for a strap. Oh yeah, I love that green machine. Sweet bag. Thank you very much. Either set the sewing roll's lamp or screenshot the image. That's a good idea, Elizabeth. I don't know what that means, Maram Fahad, but I think thank you. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Leanna. Right. Oh, that's bang on 5 o'clock. That's just an hour. So you've got an hour and chat project right from scratch. So that's how quick it was. So if you're making things to sell, I've still got the line on there that I drew to position. That was annoying me. If you're making things to sell, that's really quick, and that makes it look really expensive, I think, as well, don't you think? Deirdre made a tablecloth today and matching cushions, so I'm just unplugging the iron. Awesome as always, says Barbie. Awesome. Thank you very much. Right, okay, so I shall see you on Saturday. That's right, isn't it? It's Wednesday today, isn't it? Yes, I shall see you again on Saturday. Don't know what I'm doing. It's freezing down. I've got no heating on. I've got a very hot plug on my heater, so I told Gary not to plug it in. I'm I'm just trying to see if I can translate what that means. Hopefully it's clean. No idea what that means. I'll have a look later. Okay, oh, thank you. Oh, you love me, Chan. Oh, you know something that was quite exciting just before you go, let me tell you, because I'm boasting now, I'm getting quite big-headed. I have 291,972 subscribers on YouTube. That's nearly 300,000. I don't know what to do when we get 300,000. We ought to do a really big giveaway, hadn't we? Mind you, that's an awful lot of people and only one person wins something. If you're not a subscriber as yet, can we get it up to 300,000 just to make my head really, really big? Just so I can show off and boast. I don't show off and boast. I do get very, very excited though when I see things like that. Thank you. I think they look really professional. I'm glad you liked it. So yeah, I'll see you again on Saturday. Have a nice rest of the day yourself, Helen. Thank you very much. Let's have a party, says Blodwin. Where should we have that party? You're going to come up from Devon. Box cushion tutorial on YouTube as well. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, then so I shall see you again Saturday. And yeah, go get your clasps and enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you found that useful. I'll see you soon.